Hey guys, welcome to week 4, session 1. Today we're going to be doing cognitive thought bubbles. This is an exercise that you can do at any point in your day to take the thought out of your brain and put it down on paper. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to this version. We can see one that's already filled out. Excuse me. It says, what is something you wish you could say out loud to anyone without judgment? And this example says, when I was a kid, my mom cared more about drugs. For me, when I wrote down that example, it was something that when I was working through healing my relationship with her, I had to come to an acceptance about things. And that was something that constantly popped up. So when I would do therapy, I would go to those thought bubbles and I would show my convey to my therapist, these are the thoughts that are popping up during the week. And then my therapist in turn would, help me reflect what those thoughts meant. So even if you're not directly healing it on that day and you're just capturing thought as it comes and holding space for it. The next one is this can be either like light bulbs, like kind of like a Christmas lights, or a string of balls, or however you want to view it. But it says list 3 people that are a guiding light in your life today. And then this can be in any given day. I like to use on my life book the sidebars of the weeklies to draw all kinds of things like these on there, just to remind myself, like during this week, just gonna throw out some names. Shayna, Rita, and Karen were there for me. And then on this week, so-and-so was there for me. And then when I'm flipping back through things, you can kind of see where your support system lies, and maybe where you kind of need to add another light bulb on. You might need to add I talk about the 5 and the 1. So the 5 people that you could reach out to, which would be like 5 light bulbs. And then the 1 person that you can call to for anything. So this is one of those things that you can work into your life booking. I use it a lot on my weeklies. And the most thing I use is the thought bubbles. I like to document everything in a thought. So I'm going to look on my book right now. So I put down on one day, Char keeps falling and getting hurt. It's literally a little bubble. And then the next day after that, it says that my son lost his tooth. So there's like random little thoughts about things that have nothing to do with trauma. It's just me documenting the thought as it comes to me. And then this is something a little more. So a couple days later, another thought bubble. Talk to my mom about her issues and our relationship. That is something big, but it's a little conversation that I had in the day, but I needed to write it down as a thought. So that way, when I come back to it and I'm tracking the progress of my communication with my mom or the issues that we're dealing with in the household, I have some type of reference of when the first thought came to me, when I first interacted, made action on the thought, and all of that. So it's a very simple exercise that you can do to capture things real time. And then you want to make sure that you are going back and reflecting, because a lot of the times the thoughts don't even make sense in the moment. They can, a string of thoughts, which I think of the light bulbs, a string of thoughts will just come together and it'll all make sense onto like, oh, I understand why I believe this, or I understand why this person no longer talks to me, or I understand A, B, C, D. So you just get a better understanding of it that way. So that is just the short lesson for today. We're going to be doing the next lesson is going to be a bigger one. And I want you to bring your ego to that one. I want you to bring your ego full force, because we're going to be looking in the mirror and doing this exercise to give you a preview, where we write down everything that your ego tells you think about yourself. We're going to cover him with some Post-its, and then we're going to rewrite what our inner knowing knows about it. So that's just to give you something to look forward to for the next exercise. But for now, that's it. I look forward to seeing you guys next time.